Hey everyone, and welcome to my video where I'll be going over some basic styling of HTML elements. So let's get started. So first, as review, to style your elements, you need to add the style attribute to it, like how we've done in the previous videos, like so. There are a lot of different styles that you can implement to your elements, and I want to show you guys just a cheat sheet that has a whole bunch of different styles in it that you guys can use. So if you go to this website, you just scroll down a little bit, you can see that there's like a whole bunch of different things that you can do here. Like there's a bunch of things that you can do with the border, bunch of things that you can do with the background, with the box model, fonts, texts. Like it's a whole bunch of things. And then there's also this interactive website where you can mess around with like gradients. So if you want to change like colors and stuff and of backgrounds and how things look, you can always do that. If you want to change shadows of elements, you could do that here too. You can see how interactive it is. So there's a lot of things that you can do here, and this as well gives you like different types of selectors that you can implement with your CSS, which we'll go over in a later video. But it's very cool, and you should definitely check this out if you're trying to familiarize yourself with styling. Now let's go through an example ourselves. So just like the attributes being key value pairs, styles within the style attribute are also key value pairs. So let's say I want to add a color to text. I would do something like this. So I would change. I would set the color to be red, for instance, and then let me just load up my page here, and you can see. So I'm zoomed in right now. You can see that the color of my text is red. So let's specify another color here. So if I wanted to specify another color, what I could do is I could always hover over red right here and just move my mouse like this and just select the color that I want. And what this does is it does an RGB value. So red is right here, G is right here, and blue is right here. So red, green, blue. And then it mixes the colors, and this is the output. So let's save this. Let's go back to our hello world, refresh, and you can see that that's there right there. So if I wanted to get the yellow color as well, another way to implement color is through hex values. So for instance, I'm going to Google yellow hex color, and you can see here that the hex color is this. So if I copy this and I put that in here instead, and I save it, and I refresh, you can see that it came up as yellow. Now, if I wanted more options, I could always get the wheel, the hex color wheel. So hex color picker, I think it is. So Google has a nice one. So if you just go to like a color and then you kind of select the secondary color, it gives you the hex color right here. It gives you the RGB value, whatever you want to use. And then just go back to here and then save. Make sure the hash sign or the pound sign is there. Let's load up our page, and then you can see that our color again changed. Now let's say I want to change the background color. So the way that I could do that is background color, and then make the background color red. So here I'm going to go to our page, refresh. You can see that our background color here is red. And let's see what happens when I change the height and width of this element. So height, let's do 100 pixels, and then width 100 pixels. Save that, and you can see that now this is 100 pixels by 100. It looks a little big because I'm zoomed in, so this is really 100 pixels by 100, but yeah, so this is 100 pixels by 100. So now let's say that we don't like this font. First, let me get rid of that background color because it's kind of ugly with that font color. So let's say that we want to change the font. We would specify the font family. And then here you can see that I have a whole bunch of options. So I can select from like any of these. So let's say that I want to change it to this font instead. So I would just save and go back to our page, and you can see that our font changed. Now let's say that we wanted to change this to be bolded, right? So the way that we would do that is also in here, and we would specify the font's weight. So you have all these options that you can do. I'm going to select bold and then save. And that just bolded our text. So now let's say that we want this text right here to be centered, like right here in the middle of the page. So what we would do is first we would get rid of this height and width. You know what? I'll leave it there just so you guys can see what happens. But the way to center it is text align. And then you have all these options. You can do center and justify, just the same thing as Word. But I want to center this paragraph tag. And so I'm going to save. And watch what happens here. So it moved. But because our element here is 100 by 100 pixels, it's centered in between the 100 and 100. So let's actually remove the height and the width. Really, we just need to remove the width, but it doesn't matter. Save that. And then go here. And here you can see that it's centered in the middle of the page. And it's important to note that, you need to put semicolons. If you're adding multiple styles to one, to the style attribute, you need to put the semicolons here between each different style. So that is it. I hope this video helped. Hit the thumbs up button if it did. Don't forget to subscribe to get notified whenever new content comes out. All right, everyone. Have a good day. Thanks.